What is good, everybody? It is your boy PatTheDesigner back at it again. Oh man, a lot of big NBA news going down. A lot for us to talk about. If you are in the live right now, please like the video. Please subscribe to the content. We appreciate all the love. Let's pretty much jump right into it, man. I'm gonna just be sharing the video up in these early parts of the video, making sure that everybody gets an opportunity to see it. But other than that, excuse me, there are, in my opinion, 3 moves that the Chicago Bulls can make that will improve their future, in my opinion, for what that's worth. There are 3 moves that the Chicago Bulls can make that will improve their future right now. I'm not talking about 2, 3, 4 years down the road. Yes, the effects may be where end up there, but that they can make this season that will improve their future down the road, and I'm here to talk about it. With all this news of NBA free agents, all this chatter, all this talk, everybody wants to get traded, right? It's crazy. Everybody's looking to get traded. All these stars are looking to make moves. So where do the Chicago Bulls fit into all this? The whole reason for me doing this is because we're all very negative on the Chicago Bulls, and for good reason. They have shown us nothing that shows that we should be confident that they're going to be a reliable team moving forward. But I wanted to build a little confidence, and I want to invite you guys to join me as we talk about these Chicago Bulls. The number one thing that they can do this season, first thing right off the bat, you need to look for trade partners for 2 people on this team, specifically 2 people. The first one being Bobby Portis. The second one is Jabari Parker. And I think that the Chicago Bulls could make good moves with packaging these 2 together. We had heard that the Lakers were thinking about looking to get Jabari Parker, trading him for KCP, which is an expiring contract. KCP, a good player. Bulls might be able to work something out to keep him on the team next year. He's a guy that I wouldn't mind seeing on my team. He's a glue guy, but the Bulls are looking for much more than that, so this might even just be a cap move if they were to make that trade. But maybe you can get something else if you package Bobby Portis into this deal. Bobby Portis is at his highest value right now. Jabari Parker is probably at the lowest we've ever seen him in his career, value-wise. But right now, Bobby Portis is at his highest value-wise. And I believe that if you package these 2 together, you will be able to get another pick. Now, what does that do? The Bulls are great at picking Bobby Portis's, right? They had Taj Gibson. They had Joakim Noah. The list goes on. They're good at picking the grit guys, the glue guys, the hard hat and lunch pail guys, right? That's the guy that they're great at picking. They just struggle to pick the star. They've gotten it right one time. Excuse me. So I think that packaging these 2 in a deal could get you something that you might not have got back. With Jabari, you're going to get back an expiring contract. You're more than likely not going to get back a pick. But Bobby Portis could tender you a late round pick, a late first round pick, if not early second. He's playing that well. Bobby Portis has really come out and upped his game. He has been, in the last few games, dropping 20-plus points, dominating on the boards, dominating the guy he's going up against. That is something that we love to see from the Chicago Bulls team. If you're live right now, we're live right now on YouTube. If you're in the live, if you could just give the video a like. We would love that. We would appreciate it. We thank you for everything you do. We thank you for all the love. Bobby Portis right now is going to be your best trade piece besides the main guys. You're trying to keep a core where Zach LaVine is still on the team, right? That's what you hope for. Because I think Zach LaVine, while he might be a good trade piece, he's also good offensively. I think we've just seen that maybe he's not the guy that can be the number one. He can be a 1A. He can be the Jimmy Butler to Derrick Rose. He can be the Dwayne Wade to LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? The Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan, should we put it that way. But I don't think he can be the number one guy. But he's somebody you do want to keep. He's somebody that you do want to keep on your roster. He's somebody you do want to keep moving forward. The other thing that trading Bobby and Jabari helps with is, listen, Bobby's the main reason you're in games right now. Let's not kid ourselves. Bobby Portis has had some great games. Against Charlotte, what was that, 28 in the first half? Dominant. Now, can he sustain this going forward? Probably not. We'd love to see it. We would love to see Bobby be able to do this for his whole career in Chicago. But listen, the odds are stacked against him. I don't think he's got that in him. And I would trade him right now while he's at his highest. And what else that does? Not only are you able to get a pick possibly with Jabari Parker, but now the tank is still in effect. Now it's almost in fuller effect. Yes, you've only won 11 games on the season. But at the same time, these guys are good players. I've been saying it all season. The Bulls have talented players. They just don't have the right guys to make the moves. They don't have the right leadership. They don't have the right things in the front office. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have the right pieces there. I think they got pieces on the court, but they don't have the right pieces up top. So I think that trading Bobby not only gets you that pick, gets you something else possibly in the draft this year, maybe even something next year when the draft's a little bit deeper, but it gets you closer to achieving Zion Williamson. I've gone on record as saying I was a little iffy on Zion, but I'm at a point where I've seen him. Not because I don't think he's a great talent, but I was worried about his offense translating to the NBA. But I will say this. What he does defensively, I would love to see that in the Bulls uniform. And if it doesn't work out with the Bulls, him and Khalil Mack can play on the ends of the line. Get these Bears a championship. DeCario, the homie, says, man, the Bulls ain't winning. They got a clean house in the front office. You're right. You're absolutely right, bro. They do have to clean house in the front office, but we're going to try to be positive in this one about the Bulls. We're going to see if we can build a team with what we got. And I think that the two pieces I mentioned, Bobby Portis and Jabari Parker, you could package some other role-playing guys in there. I think that they help the Chicago Bulls tremendously. And trading those pieces, you can get some nice things back. The number 2 move that I believe that the Chicago Bulls can make that can honestly set them up for the future, but they have to do it this week. This is a this week move. The Bobby Portis and Jabari Parker thing, I believe, is a this week move also, but if you were to do this, this could set your franchise up for years to come. You have to get your name in the trade talks for Anthony Davis. You have to get your name in the trade talks for Anthony Davis. I am willing to offer for Anthony Davis everything except for Lowry or the pick. You can trade one of those, in my opinion, but you have to keep one. So if they want a package with the first-round pick, Wendell Carter Jr., Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, I'm willing to do it. And I'll tell you why. Sounds crazy, right? You're trading away your whole team. Anthony Davis don't want to be here. DeCario on the live. Haven't been following the NBA heavy this year, but the Bulls are solid, so you wouldn't trade Zach. I don't know if I'd call the Bulls solid, but I would trade Zach. And this is the scenario here. If the New Orleans Pelicans call up and they say, I want that lineup I just said: Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, Larry Markkinen, and or the first round pick. I'm not willing to give both of those up. And Wendell Carter Jr., I'd like to keep Wendell. That'd be the one move I like to keep. But maybe you work something else out in there. Say you send Bobby Portis and Jabari in that deal. I'm willing to do that if you can keep the pick or Lowry, because you have to immediately flip Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis does not want to be here. He has no desire to be here. We're live on YouTube right now. If you're in the live right now, please give us a like. Please subscribe to the page. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so that you can always be notified when we go live. Anthony Davis does not want to be here. That is the biggest thing. So you instantly flip him. Guess who wants him? The LA Lakers want him. The LA Lakers want him. And the package that they can send back, listen, that would set you up in the future. The package that they have offered would set you up for the future so well. Are these guys superstars? Maybe not. But they do have that star potential, and this is why you have to keep either Lowry or the pick. Because if you keep the pick, you're possibly able to get some of the top talent, some of the Ja Morant talent, Zion Williamson talent, R.J. Barrett talent. That is what you're looking for out of that. But if you got to make the trade, try and keep Lowry. You can't send both. That's the main thing. You can't send both. But if they're willing to make that trade and you're able to instantly flip them, you're looking at some top tier talent coming back. If you are able to put a team together with Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Zion Williamson, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if that team is dominant, but in the East, they're going to make some noise. They're going to be a playoff team. And listen, we don't know what Ingram's going to be in the end. I like Ingram. I think his game is growing. I don't think he's a superstar. I don't think he's ever going to achieve that Kevin Durant status that everybody wants to put on him. But I like his game when he's aggressive. Maybe he just needs to be the number one. He's been the number one lately, and he's been very good. Very good. Lonzo Ball coming back, good distributor, great defender. I like that. He's a good scorer too. He may not put the ball in the hoop as much as somebody might want, but he's not bad. Kyle Kuzma, well, you know what he brings to the table. You already know what Kyle Kuzma's bringing to the table, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. That's the long shot. But if you can make something like that happen, acquire AD, and then instantly flip him because you know he doesn't want to be here. And listen, flip him to the team he wants to go to. Because as the New Orleans Pelicans right now, they're in rebuild mode. They're in panic mode, but they still have pieces. They still have pieces. They still have Drew Holiday, Nico Mirotic. They have pieces that aren't superstars, but they have talent. Nicholas Batum. Who's the center from LA that came over there? I can't think of his name. His name's slipping me right now. Center that came from LA that went to New Orleans. He's a good talent. Julius Randle, there it is. You just got to give me time. Just got to give me time. I'm going to get it. That is the best case scenario, in my opinion. Because if you get that back, now you're setting your team up with talent. Listen, you still got all the other issues to deal with in the front office, but that is a team that you can put together instantly. And everybody wins. LA gets AD. New Orleans gets Zach, Chris Dunn, pieces that they can build with moving forward, that they're looking to build with moving forward. And then the Bulls get the big package from LA. That's what you want. Everybody to win. That's what you want. I think that right now, that is not as big of a long shot as we think because the Bulls have something to offer. Now, do I think the Pelicans are going to wait? Yeah, they're going to wait. But I would love for you to get this done now because you get the most out of it. Dakari on the live. I meant the Bulls got solid pieces. My bad. I think y'all need a new coach too. And true, you can't give up both Pick and Lowry since it's going to be a top 5 pick. Top 3 pick, let's be honest. But yeah, you're right. Can't give up both. And we definitely need a new coach. That's not even up for question. That's not even a question right now. Definitely need a new coach, but the number 3 thing. This isn't going to be a long video. Just want to hop on here, real quick, vibe with the people. I appreciate you for talking in the live if you've been on with us. I appreciate the love, appreciate the likes. Please subscribe to the page if you have not subscribed. The number 3 thing. I believe there are 2 point guards that you can go for. And this is an off-season move. And this move is kind of only based off of if you're going to get Zion. If you're going to get that number 1 pick and you're able to get Zion or somehow somebody doesn't pick Zion. This is the big thing for me, acquiring that dominant point guard. So right now, and sad to say, Drew Holiday has just committed to a contract in New Orleans because he thought AD was going to stay. So they got him locked up down there. I think he's a point guard that you can go get and add to the Bulls. And if you have right now the roster we have and you're simply adding Zion Williamson, you need that dominant point guard. I like Chris Dunn. I like him defensively. I think offensively the game isn't going to be there. I think he can score the ball. He'll always be a point guard, a starting point guard in the NBA. I don't know if he's the guy you want on your team as one of your main pieces, though. And that's the big part of what's going on with the Chicago Bulls. They have pieces, but some of these guys are role players. Chris Dunn is a role player. Chris Dunn is your Mario Chalmers. Chris Dunn is not a threat to the defense of the other team. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a guy that teams, they worry about his passing more than anything, but there's been games this season where Chris Dunn has come out, played 32 minutes. I believe it was a Charlotte game or maybe the one before that. I believe they played LA. I'm not sure. But he comes out with 0 assists. Your point guard can't do that. So I preface this by saying you need to go get either a Drew Holiday, see if you can make some trades, make some moves for him, or if you can acquire Kemba Walker in free agency, a 28-year-old point guard who is looking to make an impact in a big city. Listen, Chicago, you are a big market. Let's go get some big boys. Let's go get the big fish. Kemba Walker is a big fish. And if you're able to add Zion Williamson, you know that you got the wing position hemmed up. You know it. So now you need that point guard. Now you need that dominant guy. Kemba would have been perfect in that scenario. Right? Or he would be. I'm sorry, not would have been. He would be perfect in that scenario. Shout out to Ringo J in the live. What's good, bro? Hey. He's perfect in that scenario. Kemba's looking to get out. Charlotte might not be able to make the money work. Kemba's looking for real money out here. Yeah, they can pay him, but the other thing is he wants to be in a big market. He also wants to be where he can win, which could be the dilemma. But listen, you're putting a team together, right? You're putting a team together. This could be a team that could make an impact. We're live on YouTube right now. If you're in the live, please give the video a like. We appreciate all the love. Those are my 3 moves that the Bulls can make that can set them up for the future this season. The first one was trading Bobby and Jabari. Try and get a pick back. See if you can get an expiring contract and a pick. And that helps with the tank moving forward because these are two guys that are scoring buckets for you. Our long shot, number 2, was trade for Anthony Davis and instantly flip him. You're not going to keep him. You're not going to keep him in free agency. You're not going to keep him in get him to love the city. I mean, he's from here. He knows what it is, but he wants to be on a contender. Flip him. Send him to the Lakers. Get back that big package, right? You're able to get back that big package. You're able to get the Brandon Ingram, the Kyle Kuzma, the Lonzo Ball. Anything else that comes with that is a win. Yeah, you might be able to get some picks. You might even be able to get some picks out of that, right? And you're sending to New Orleans Bobby Portis, Jabari Parker, Zach LaVine, all of those guys. They can have everybody for them. That's the long shot, but that's the one that really sets your team up for the future. And then in the offseason, should we get that number 1 draft pick, getting Zion Williamson, of course, sets the team up. But acquiring that dominant point guard, Kemba Walker, Drew Holiday, John Wall possibly even. There's going to be some big names out there this season. If you're able to get one of those big name fish, maybe not John Wall because he's just coming off the surgery, but, you know, one of those guys who's been dominant in the past and is young, only 28 for Kemba Walker and John Wall. I think the Bulls will be ready. I think the Bulls will have a team moving forward. Now, there's still some other things the Bulls will need to fix, of course. But I believe that the Chicago Bulls will be ready if they're able to make one of those 3 moves. I think that the most likely one to happen is going to be the Portis and Jabari trade. I would love to see those guys kind of get moved out, give them a chance. Ringo in the live. John Wall is out another year. He ruptured his Achilles today. Really? Well then, never mind. Let's take John Wall off the list. Then cross him off the list. I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. Excuse me. Oh, Lord. Don't mind the death in the throat. Just a little black lung. I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the page. We talk about Chicago sports all the time. We appreciate all the love from everybody who has supported us. Please subscribe to us on SoundCloud, iTunes. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at PatTheDesigner. Everything is right above here. Thank y'all for everything that you do for us. I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to holler at you. It's your boy, Pat the Designer.